salvation coming soon. Won't be long before we split the seas again and we all go back home. Stay strong, keep enduring. Yasha Allah Hamashiach, who we follow every minute, second hour, giving praises to the Father. There's a spirit deep inside of you. Every day is guiding you, bringing all things to remembrance.
What's the highest number on your speedometer?
I don't know, like probably like 120.
It's in the 100s.
Yeah.
Okay, and yet when you're driving down the street, you can go. Man, this has it where the car actually has the ability to go like over 100 miles an hour, and yet when you're driving down the street, what do you see? 45.
All right.
55.
Bring up the
I'm
trying to see what you're trying to say here.
The example I'm saying, okay, when somebody put a law in effect, okay, there was a law, don't go past this speed limit. Okay.
Yeah, but speed limit and the Lord's commandments is two different things.
Well, there's the law of faith, and well, there's the law of God and the laws of man. Okay, and the word does say to obey both. However, get this. This same man who, he found it difficult to not obey the speed limit, got the opportunity to get in a car and go on the Autobahn. You know what the Autobahn is famous for?
I don't know.
No speed limit. It's a street in Germany. No speed limit. So he got the chance. He could really put it down. And when he started to put it down, you know what he started to say? Man, I'm going too fast. I need to slow down.
All right, listen to this. Bro.
Okay, so wait a minute. When there was a law, he wanted to speed up, but when the law was taken away, you see what I'm saying? When the law was taken away, it's like he started to say, wait a minute. And then when the law was taken away, in other words, when his actions came about having some sense, instead of obeying the law, his actions came in line with what the law said.
So what do you have to say to the scriptures that say the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul? That's what the scriptures say.
Yeah, but it also says, by the deeds of the law shall no man be justified in his sight.
We
For by the
understand
law
it
is the
because you
knowledge
have
of
to
sin.
have law, and you have to keep the laws, and you have to have the faith, and you have to have works.
What the law will do for you, is the law will affect you down here.
So if that's the case, using your the way you interpret that, I can just kill anybody and just keep killing people because I ain't gotta keep the law.
You can kill people and get into heaven, yes.
I can kill, and I just keep doing it because I don't have to keep the law.
Okay, but notice what I'm saying. Notice what I'm saying.
You see how reckless this is?
No, but notice what I'm saying. You can kill people and get into heaven, yes. But you cannot kill people and God will, okay, you can kill people and get into heaven. While Jesus will save you from hell. Jesus will not save you from the electric chair.
Look,
Be not deceived, for God is not mocked, for that which you sow, you will also reap.
It's contradicting yourself. If we don't have to keep the laws, that means I can just do whatever because I don't have to keep the laws.
No, I'm saying the law won't get you to heaven.
Okay.
But the law will affect what you do down here.
So you have to know it's meant to get you into heaven, but it by itself won't get you the kingdom.
The law won't get you into heaven either.
Bring out that Matthew 25.
By the deeds of the law shall no
24
man
and
be
32.
24 and 32.
Bring that out. Listen
by
to
the
this.
deeds of the law shall no man be justified in his sight, for by the law is the knowledge of
That's
sin.
an excuse. Has the Lord given you an excuse to sin?
Well, no, of course not.
So that sounds like an excuse to sin. You can just continue doing whatever you want to do.
Well, I can do it and get into heaven, but I can't do it. Okay, let's put it this way. I can sleep with whatever woman I want to and get into heaven, but I cannot sleep with whatever woman I want to, and my wife not lock me out of the house. I can't sleep with whatever woman I want to.
Brother, if you keep doing that, and if you don't repent for it, and you don't stop it, you're not going to get into the kingdom. I can guarantee you that. Didn't you hear the scriptures? Ye adulterers and adulteresses, none of them should enter the kingdom of God. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, James 4 and 4. Listen to this, brother. You said, why should we be watching? Why should we be caring about this end of the world coming?
No, I'm saying I'm not
what you call
worried about it.
Well, you should be worried because you don't keep the laws.
The law will not get you into heaven.
Find me the scripture that says the law will not get you into heaven.
That's in Romans. By the deeds of the law shall no man be justified in his sight.
That's not saying that you don't have to keep the law.
What's it called?
That means the whole book is void. Because what is the Bible? Hold that picture of Mark right there and give me Joshua 1 and 8. What is the Bible? What is the Bible biblically? What is it known? What is it called?
The Bible is you could say overall, it is collection of people writing from the inspiration of God.
To an extent.
Overall, you could say the Bible is the Word of God.
Listen,
now, I believe the Bible is the Word of God.
You said we don't have to keep the law.
No,
but listen
I said the law won't get you into heaven.
Okay, now listen to this.
I said there is consequences
right, this is
to
Joshua
what you do. Yes.
1:8.
Listen.
This book of the law.
This what?
This book of the law.
So this whole
No, don't let the man finish. Let the man finish.
I'm explaining it to you.
No,
right?
let the man finish.
Right, you read?
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth,
Right?
but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Right, so you should meditate.
No, let the man finish.
No, he says you should meditate in there day and night. So how you gonna meditate there and day and night?
No, let
you don't have to meditate according to you because you already got the kingdom. You said yourself you don't have to worry about it.
I'm saying
you don't have to continue to worry about the
scriptures.
scriptures.
The law will not get you into
Read again from the
heaven.
top.
The law will not get you into
All
heaven.
right, this is Joshua 1:8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate there day and night.
Right, so there shall meditate therein day and night. This whole book is the book of the law. The law, statutes, commandments. How you doing, man? You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
Now, why you believe in the Bible?
Why do I have to give you a reason for that?
Because does your people believe in the Bible? Does your people believe in the Bible?
It doesn't matter if his people doesn't believe it, but if he believes that.
Because the Bible isn't for you. All right, the Bible is for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I've told you this 1,000 times.
Okay, now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Look,
he said he believes.
What is he believing in? It's not for him.
So wait a minute. It's right here. Did not Jesus himself say, "I came so that all men might be saved"?
Give me.
Okay.
Give me Matthew.
Hold on.
Give me Matthew.
I'm gonna tell you this now. I'm gonna tell you this
now. Of course we do. We got two of them in our hand. All right, our job is to tell y'all that y'all are the true children of God. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're the true Israelites according to biblical prophecy, and that you're in this Bible it was prophesied 3,000 or 4,000 years ago that you will go into slavery on ships, and that you will fulfill the prophecies in this Bible. The so-called Jewish man, they're not the true Jews. All right, this is not
because he knew they were real.
Right. This isn't Christ. All right. He knew they wasn't real.
Exactly. That's why Hitler killed them all.
He came out and said that. Exactly. We were the true Jews.
I'm telling you, right?
Look, it's too deep.
It's in the white man. In the white man history book. The
Read
white man history book. They say Hitler killed all the white Jews, right?
Give me Matthew 15
and 24.
Exactly.
Y'all niggas
And that's a fact.
All right.
Matthew, look, the problem with this brother,
see, look, in the history book, Hitler say, everybody say Hitler killed all the Jews, right?
I never
He killed all the
said-
Jews. He killed
I
all
never
them
said
because
that a
the
person
Bible,
doesn't
they were
have to
real.
obey the law.
They
I
are
said
not
that
the
the
real
law will
Jews.
not get you
We
to
from
heaven.
there.
Why do you need to obey
That's why
the
he-
law?
So why would you be meditating there? You see in Joshua,
Before he
the
committed
Lord says to
suicide,
meditate
he
there
said
day and night.
the
Why
world
would you be
he
having to
gonna start
meditate
World
these
War III
laws if you don't need to keep them?
Okay, let me ask
To get into heaven.
Let me ask you this. If you have to keep the law to get into heaven, why did God send Jesus?
Because you don't. Give me Revelation 21.
Any other country trying to
Revelation
spread
22.
some shit, but no,
The last page of the Bible.
If you could
I'm gonna
obey
ask you a
the
question.
law and get
I'm gonna ask you
into
a question.
heaven,
Come and
then
listen
there
real
is no
quick,
need for
bro.
Jesus.
Listen.
But if we need Jesus, then there is no need for the law
Let
to
me-
get you into heaven. There's a difference between what gets you into heaven and what affects your life down here.
Without the commandments of dogs. This one
I'm
I'm
the
on.
just.
22, 23.
I am the just.
One without the commandments of dogs. That's what we're going to. All right, 14. 22
The
and
just shall
14.
live by faith.
Listen to this. This is the last page of the Bible. All right, you say you ain't got to keep the commandments. Let's see what
I
Christ
never
said.
said that you don't have to keep the
You
commandments.
said
I said the
does
commandments
it
won't
need
get
to
you
get
to
you in the
heaven.
kingdom? Okay, bring it up.
No, there's a
Bring it
difference.
up.
No. Wait a minute. You keep saying the kingdom.
No. You said what you had
No,
to
you
say.
kept saying the kingdom. There's a difference between the kingdom of God and there's a difference between heaven.
Whoa. There's a difference between the kingdom of God and heaven?
Yes.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? The kingdom of God is a method. The kingdom of God is a method. Heaven is a place.
So you believe there's a? Let me tell you this. Do you think there's a place in the sky with white angels going around shooting darts and playing games?
No. Let me
do you really believe in that?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. When you die, where are you going?
The kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. First of all, this is what you gotta
when you
understand.
die, where are you going?
The kingdom of heaven is on earth.
When you die, where are you going?
What do you mean?
When you die,
if
where
you're
are
part
you
of the
going?
elect, you're going to be resurrected.
No,
if not, you're going to go into the grave.
But when you die, where are you going?
I'm answering your question. If you're a part of the elect, You're going to be resurrected in the last days.
No, that's the last days. I'm talking about now. If you were to die right now, if somebody came through and did a
when the last days come, I'm going to be resurrected if it's a part of the Lord's will.
That's the last days. I'm talking about right now. If you die right now, where you going?
I'm going to the spirit world to wait on the last days.
The spirit world?
What do you mean the spirit world?
I'm talking about when you die.
I think he's trying to say you're going to the
kingdom.
ground.
No. This is what I'm saying. The kingdom of God.
Let me bring it up. Revelation.
Just to use.
He gonna talk all day. Let's bring out the Bible.
Revelation 22 and 14.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Revelation 22 and 14.
Right?
Blessed are they that do his
The Lord
commandments.
said what?
Blessed are they that do his
The Lord
commandments.
says, blessed are they that do his commandments. Now you said for yourself you eat pork. The Lord told you not to eat pork. Alright? You said for yourself you cut your beard. The Lord told you not to cut your beard. Alright? But you're not worried about the kingdom of heaven.
Okay.
Read. No, let's finish the scripture that you like to read. You don't like me to talk, so bring out the scripture.
No. You want to? Okay.
That
go
they
ahead.
may have right to the tree of life.
That they may have what?
That they may have right to the tree of life.
So you have to keep these commandments to have right to the tree of life. Tree of life is a name for the kingdom. Right? The tree of life is a name for what you call heaven. Right? Can you read? Because it's everlasting life. Right? Can you read?
But the kingdom of God is not meat and drink, but righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Spirit.
Into the city.
You said heaven is a place. Read that again. Read that again. Read that again.
May enter through the gates into the city.
So the Lord says, blessed are they that do his commandments, for they may have right to the tree. Listen, for they may have right to the tree of life.
Wait a minute.
And enter into the gates of the city, which is heaven.
Hold on. Before you, hold on for a moment. Read exactly what you just said. Read that again.
22 and 14.
Don't interrupt him. Let him read it. Don't interrupt him. Let him finish reading it.
It says, blessed are they that do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
That they may have right to the tree of life.
That they may have right to the tree. But notice what you just said.
Through the gates into the city.
What is this city?
Hold on.
What is that city?
You just said.
What is that city? You said kingdom is a place. The heaven is a place. What is this city that we talk about in Revelation?
But notice what you just said. Blessed are they that keep his commandments.
That do his commandments.
That do his commandments.
Right.
Blessed are they that do his commandments. Okay, so let me ask you this. If a white man keeps his commandments, is he not blessed?
He won't keep the commandments. Second Ezra's 9:1.
How do you know?
The Lord shows you that Israel has kept his commandments, but not the heathen. The Lord said that multiple times. The Lord says Israel by name has kept his commandments, but not the heathen. The heathen can't keep the commandments because the commandments was never for them. And you know that.
Hold on.
Keep reading. Hold on, finish this out.
Go ahead and finish this out. Because I'm going to pull up something in
It says,
Romans.
without our dogs.
Without these commandments, where do you read that again?
Okay.
It says, for without our dogs.
So without these commandments, you are considered a dog to the Lord.
Okay.
If you're not keeping these commandments, you can go to church every Sunday. You can be the first one to hit the door. But if you're not doing these commandments, you're a dog to the Most High.
Okay, for one, lower your
look, because you don't keep the commandments. Man, you don't know what's going on, man.
Sin is so much bigger than you think.
You said what?
Sin is bigger than you think. You're trying to narrow it down to the law. You're trying to narrow it down to the 612. But there is so much bigger than that. Okay.
It says, and sorcerers and whoremongers.
Right?
And murderers.
Just like we were saying, you can't just keep murdering people because that would mean you weren't keeping the law.
Wait a minute.
Right? Let's finish the verse because you wanted to play. Finish the verse.
Wait a minute.
And idolaters.
Okay,
and adulterers, you can't just keep having sex with women because you would be not keeping the laws. Right? The Lord said that. Right? Can you read?
And whosoever love maketh a lie.
Whosoever loveth and maketh a lie, and you're lying to yourself, saying that you don't have to keep these commandments to enter into the kingdom of heaven.
I'm saying
you're lying
that
to yourself.
to get into heaven, for God so loved the world. If that's the case, then if you have to keep the law, then you don't need Jesus.
What do you understand?
You're saying
that's
that,
for forgiveness of sins. Of course you go on. Am I saying I'm gonna always be perfect? Am I saying?
So
the Lord said that
you're not keeping the law either.
If a man saying not,
then you're not keeping the law either.
Say, if a man,
keeping the law either.
But the difference between me and you is that I'm striving to keep the commandments. I'm trying to keep the commandments.
I'm not striving
and you don't
to keep
care about keeping the commandments.
What makes you say that?
Because last time you came out, I said you want to eat pork, and you said I can still eat pork, and that's not going to withhold me from getting the kingdom of heaven. That's what you said.
Of God, yes. Romans 14:17. For the kingdom of God is not meat and drink, but righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Spirit. In fact, Do me a favor. Pull up Romans 14, the last two verses.
Look, brother.
Romans 14, the last two verses.
But what you don't understand, you still haven't
Pull
dealt
up
with
Romans 14, the last two verses.
We're gonna get it, but you didn't deal with the last scripture that said, without these commandments, you're a dog. Without the commandments, you're not gonna enter into the gates of the city. You didn't deal with that. That was totally against what you said. You said that you didn't need the commandments to get into the kingdom.
But that being the case, from what you're saying, then it doesn't matter what you're saying. You yourself are saying that for a person to get into heaven, they have to keep all the law. If that's the case, then if that's the case, then
you gotta be trying to keep the commandments.
It doesn't matter.
You don't understand.
White,
you don't understand. Of course you're gonna walk. Am I saying
if a white person keeps the law, then according to
they're not gonna keep the law?
How you know?
Because the scripture said, get Psalms 147 and 19.
No, wait a minute. Romans 14.
Oh, he gonna hold it. He gonna hold it.
No. Romans 14. No, pull up Romans 14. Pull up Romans 14.
This gonna answer your question. We got it.
Look, Romans 14, last two verses right now. Romans 14.
See look, the script, get Psalms 147 and 19.
Romans 14.
We got it. We gotta get it. Be patient, brother.
You're not patient. You was going to Romans 14.
Look, we already got it. Bring it out. This is gonna answer your question. You said if a so-called white man want to keep the commandments,
what makes you
we're gonna show you. Bring it
up.
out.
You say they're so-called? Are they white or not?
They're so-called white people. Their biblical name is the Edomites, according to the Bible. Their biblical name is the Edomites.
Okay, are you white or black?
I'm an Israelite.
Are you black?
Black is not a color. Black is a color in a crayon box. Hell no, I'm not black.
Okay.
Do I look black?
Yes!
Do I look like the color of this?
Yes!
Do I look like, I do not look like no black. Get out of here. Bring it
yes, you're so dark we can't even see you in the daytime. What's up?
This is Psalms chapter 147 and 19.
Then we're going to get your scripture that you got hold of. Listen to this.
No, okay. Now,
listen to this.
No, you're not, because you're not going to go back to Romans. I know you're not going to go back to Romans.
I got it. He's got it. He's got it. Listen to this.
It says he showed his word unto Jacob.
The Lord says he showed his word unto Jacob. Who's Jacob? The progenitor of the Israelites, right? The father of the Israelites, right?
Yeah.
Can you read?
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Who did he show his statutes, his judgments, his commandments? Who did he give it to?
It says his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Look, his statutes and judgment unto Israel, right? Can you read?
He have not dealt so with any nation.
No, the Lord can deal with an Edomite. He can deal with a so-called white man. He can deal with these other nations. He can deal with anybody and bring a man. Read that again.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
Can you read?
And as far as his judgments, they have not known.
So the Lord's never dealt with another nation on a level that he's ever dealt with Israel. He's never dealt with any other nation. He's only dealt with the biblical Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Regardless, no matter what you say about the law, sin is so much bigger than the law. This is why.
Go to
Romans 14, last two verses. Last two verses. Romans 14. Go to Romans 14 and pick out and go to the very last two verses.
Listen. We're gonna get your scripture. He's
Romans last two verses.
Listen, this is what Christ said. He said, which one of you can convince me of sin? You can't convince me that sinning is okay. You can't convince me
it's
to
not
continue
about,
eating
I
pork.
never said that sinning is okay.
So basically you are.
I never said that sin is okay.
So if I continue to eat pork, is that a bad thing? If I ate pork, would that be a bad thing?
Look.
Is that a thing the Lord said is a sin?
Okay, let's go into this. Okay, why should you not eat pork?
Because the Lord told you not to.
No. Why would God tell you not to?
Because it was a commandment for him. It's a swine.
Why did he make it a commandment?
It's a bottom feeder. It eats anything.
Okay,
just like lobsters, just like shrimp.
But what
they're the roaches of the sea.
But what does it do to you?
What do you mean?
What does it do to your body?
You say it makes you unhealthy. Of course.
That's why you should not eat pork.
It's the law that makes me not eat the pork. Chicken can be unhealthy. You can eat a bunch of chicken, but you can eat a fried chicken, but it's not unlawful. It's unhealthy too.
Which one would God rather you have? Would God rather you have the law, or would God rather you have wisdom?
Wisdom is the law. That's what you don't understand.
If you obey the law because it's the law, then you're just doing it just because it's a law.
What makes you wise?
What makes you wise? Wisdom. Go to Romans.
Bring out a scripture.
All right, this is Romans chapter 14, verse what? 22.
Just the last two verses.
Okay. It says, "Hasn't thou faith?
Have it to thyself.
Have it to thyself before God."
Right.
Mm-hmm. Happy is he that condemneth not himself in that thing which he allowed.
Which he allows.
Right.
It says, "And he that
doubteth
is dumb I mean, damn, if he eat, because he eateth not of faith. For whosoever is not of faith is sin.
Right.
What? So no, but notice what it just said. Whatsoever is not done of faith is sin.
Of course.
Okay. Notice what you
know the scriptures also say that the thought of foolishness is sin too.
Hold on, let me get the scope of that. Hold on. Remember what he just said. Whatever is not done of faith is sin. This means this means that if you are obeying the law outside of faith, if your obedience
I agree with you.
No, if your obedience listen to what I'm saying here. Because I'm saying that sin becomes so much bigger than just the 6:12.
Okay.
The law says to bring all your tithes to the storehouse. The law says you have to tithe. Now, if you tithe because you are afraid of a curse, now you're tithing outside of faith. Your tithing becomes sin.
I agree with you. That's why faith. That's why James cleared it up that you have to have faith in works. Of course, you can't be justified. You can't just be justified by faith alone either. Do you agree with that? You can't just have faith.
Well, your faith will produce works.
I agree with that. So, like we said,
I'm saying, but notice then, if that's the case, then am I obeying the law because it's the law, or am I obeying the law because now I have
faith? The law works. It's keeping the law. Is that works?
It becomes works if I'm trying to do that just to prove I have faith.
Of course.
It's a matter of perspective.
Do you think we don't eat pork because we just don't want to eat pork? We eat eat pork because the Lord told you not to eat pork. It's a commandment to show your faith towards the Most High.
Are you doing it just to show faith, or are you doing it because you have faith?
I'm doing it because of love. Just like let me break this down. Just like you have a son.
Oh yeah.
Okay, just like you got a son, if you tell him to do something, you want him to do it, right?
Of course.
Okay, just the same way as the Father, Yahweh, who you call God, the real name of him, Yahweh, just like he wants his son to follow his commandments, what he told you to do. Right?
Let me put it to you another way. Okay, does an apple tree have to force apples to prove that it's an apple tree?
You use this analogy before. Use this last one.
Because what does it say? A tree is known by its fruit.
Right.
In other words, the faith that's in you will produce what it's supposed to. You don't have to force yourself to do the law. If you have the faith will produce that's in me.
You can't have faith alone, though, brother.
You have to have faith from the start.
So,
and
of course.
I mean, think about it. Even in the book of James, it says, if a man knows to do good and does it not, to him that's sin. Sin becomes so much bigger than just the 6:12. It's not just obeying the law. If what you do does not have any kind of faith to back it up, it won't matter how much you do it.
Of course, the problem is, like I said, I'm going to use the son and father analogy. If you had a father, you got your father and you had a son, and he keeps telling you, he's told you multiple times in the scriptures, the holy things to do and the unholy things to do. Why would you keep doing unholy things and think, really in your mind, deep down in your mind, that you're going to get this kingdom, that you're going to be a part of this elect, that you're going to be chosen from God?
But
this is like, hold on, I'm going to let you speak. This is like you having a son, you tell him to do things, he goes off and does whatever he wants to, but you're going to reward him, even though he wasn't doing what you wanted him to do. I'm going to still go buy you a car, son. I'm going to still go buy, even though you went off and did whatever you wanted to do, didn't listen to me.
That's how Jacob got the blessing.
We showed you.
That's how Jacob got the blessing. That's how Jacob got the blessing.
But you don't understand.
Jacob lied to his father and got the blessing that was supposed to go to Esau.
He didn't lie.
Yes, he did.
He didn't lie. He schemed him.
Scheme is not a lie?
No, that's not a lie.
Oh, it's just a con.
That's just using knowledge and wisdom. He just used knowledge. He said,
okay,
look,
so he dressed up.
Hold on.
Okay,
hold on. Tell me when he lied. Tell me the verse that he lied. Tell me what he said that was a lie.
So you're telling me he did not dress up like Esau and tell his daddy that he was Esau?
Dress up like
Whoa.
That's a Christian doctrine. I ain't never heard it though.
Remember, there's the blessing was supposed to go to one of Isaac's sons. He was supposed to either go to
even before he was on earth, even before Jacob came, was it not predestined that the elders shall serve the younger, that the scriptures was going to come to pass? Was it not predestined that Jacob was going to get the blessing regardless?
But Jacob got the blessing through lies and deceit. However,
he didn't. What is the lie?
Hold on.
Tell me the lie.
Now, regardless.
Now you bearing false witness.
Hold on. He did lie.
What lie did he say?
Wait a minute. At that time, though, there was, remember, Jacob, Esau, Isaac, Abraham. Remember, they were before Moses. The law came into effect with Moses. So, granted, he did the wrong thing, but he did not break the law. Sin is not imputed when there is no law. Look, remember, sin is not imputed when there is no law.
25,
there was no
26.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Listen to this. 21, 25,
I
21.
gotta catch up with my
Hold on, listen to this. Don't run from this.
wait a minute.
You don't dig the hole, now you gotta sit in it. Hold up, 25 and 21.
You saw this, you called.
Listen, I know, but
you can
it's
guarantee
two scriptures. Two scriptures.
You
Listen
can guarantee that this will be something I will be looking
Read this
at.
verse. Hold up. As you walk in the way, we're going to read the verse. As you walk in the way, bring it up.
It says, all right, this is Genesis chapter 25 and 21.
Right?
It says, and Isaac entered the Lord for his wife.
Jump right to the point, 23.
Or 23.
Right?
It says, and the Lord said unto her,
right?
2 nations are in thy womb.
So before Jacob and Esau was born, the Lord said 2 nations are in thy womb, man. Right, Kiri?
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right, so 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, right, Kiri?
And the one people shall be stronger than the other.
So, now look, the one people shall be stronger than the other. Jacob was going to be stronger than Esau. Now you telling me, he's saying it was because he was born and he conned them, but you're seeing a prophecy right here that it was already going to come to pass regardless, right?
Here we go.
Kiri?
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And that's prophecy. No matter how you want to say it, you want to say Jacob lied when he didn't lie. There's no scripture where he said he lied. He just used wisdom and got him out his birthright, man. Right? So that was prophecy for that to happen, man. Right, Kiri?
It says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled.
Right, so that goes into when it actually happened, man. So, look, the elder was going to serve the younger. This prophecy was going to come to pass regardless of whatever way you want to say something happened or something broke it up or whatever he's trying to say. I don't know what he's trying to say. All right? Give me Isaiah 13 and 13. Isaiah 13 and 13. And this goes back to our people. They not worried about this death and destruction that's coming, man. He not worried. He say he ain't got no worries, but you ain't keeping no commandments. I was worried like hell when I found out that I had to keep the commandments and I was out there doing whatever I wanted to. I was worried. All right? That's the fear of the Lord. See, these Christians, these other nations, and even rebellious Jake, they don't have no fear of the Lord, man. They don't really fear the Lord, because if you fear the Lord, just like you fear your father, if your father told you to go do something and you didn't do it, what sense does that make? You think you're going to get his, you think he's going to bless you? You think he's going to look out for you when you ain't looked out for him? Bring it out, man.
All right.
Isaiah 13.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 13.
Right?
It says, therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place.
Right, so the Lord's going to shake the heavens. All these kingdoms, what heaven means, and when you go into the Hebrew, it means kingdoms. All right, all these kingdoms, including America, these other kingdoms, they're going to be shaken by the Lord. All right, can you read?
It says, and the wrath of the Lord of hosts.
And the wrath of the Lord of hosts is finna come, man. All right? And you know, they're not scared of the wrath, man. Even the Jake that just came, he's not scared of this wrath that's coming, man. All right, can you read?
It says, and in the day of his fierce anger.
Right, in the day of his fierce anger. And it's through the Spirit that before he came up, we said, woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord. You know, he desired the day of the Lord. He said, I ain't got nothing to worry about. We waiting on it. Look, man, I'm out here doing this, and we still trying to get together, man. All right, he ain't even keeping no commandments, but you know how the Christians said, I have already been saved, Spirit. That's how they are. All right? So, come on, give me Isaiah 24 and 20. Isaiah 24 and 20. All right? So, man, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. He don't have the knowledge of how important keeping the commandments is. He don't have the knowledge of that, man. All right? Isaiah 24 and 20.
All right? This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 24 and 20.
Right?
The earth shall reel to and fro.
Right?
Like a drunkard.
Right, so this earth is finna, it's gonna be messed up, man. All right? It's gonna reel to and fro like a drunkard. They're not gonna know what's going on. They're not gonna know what these prophecies mean. They're not gonna know who's gonna be saved. They're not knowing who the real Israelites are. They don't know what's going on, but they're more worried about going to a damn bar, man. They're more worried about their damn social media on their phone. Right, can you read?
It says, and it shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it.
Right, so look, this land got a heavy sin that's got to pay for it, man. All right, this land got to pay, man. This earth is they're gonna be going around. They're not gonna know what's going on during Jacob's trouble, man. All right, and it's going to be struck down. Right, can you read?
It says, and it shall fall.
What?
It says, and it shall fall.
Right, this nation is going to fall, man. What you call America, this great land, you say, right? It's going to fall, man. All right, can you read?
And not rise again.
And what?
And not rise again.
No, America's going to come back up, and they're going to do the Constitution over, and they're going to make it happen again. Read that again.
And not rise again.
So this land, America's going to fall and not rise again, man. All right, but y'all not worried about that. Y'all more worried about Instagram and Twitter and what's going on in your life. All right, but it's all going to come to an end, man. All right, but you're not worried about it. Read that again. All right, bring it out from the top.
All right, come. It says, the earth shall reel and to and fro like a drunkard,
right?
And it shall be removed like a cottage,
right?
And the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it,
right?
And it shall fall and not rise again,
right? This land is gonna fall and not rise again, man. All right, the Lord's rulership is gonna rule, man. All right, your time is almost up. All right, your time of playing games, having a fun time is almost up. Give me Isaiah 34 and 5. All right, Isaiah 34 and 5.
34, 5.
All right, bring that up.
Oh, okay. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 34 and 5.
Right.
It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Right, the Lord's sword is going to be bathed in heaven, man. He's saying he ain't worried about the Lord coming back. The Lord's sword is going to be bathed in heaven, man. All right, it's going to be bathed with your blood, man. All right, can you read?
It says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Idumea, which is a name for Esau, man. All right, the so-called white man, right? Can you read?
And upon the people of my curse.
These people have a curse, but he's saying, they can get a part of this. If they keep the commandments, they can't keep the commandments, man. Right? Can you read?
To the judgment.
To the judgment. You're going to be brought to the judgment of what you've done, man. All right, give me Revelations 13 and 10.
13.
Revelations 13 and 10. Bring it up.
We're going to start with 9 first, right?
Right. 9. You start at 9. Bring it up.
All right, this is Revelations 13 and 9.
Right?
It says, if any man have an ear.
If any man have an ear, man. Right, can you read?
Let him hear.
Let him hear. I know y'all people don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear the word of the Lord. Right? And if any man have an ear, let him hear. You can surely know this is going to come to pass. Right, can you read?
He that leadeth into captivity.
The Lord says, he that leadeth into captivity. This is the judgment for Esau. All right, the so-called white man. He that leadeth into captivity. Right, can you read?
Shall go into captivity.
What did the Lord say?
Shall go into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity shall surely go into captivity, man. Right, can you read?
He that killeth with the sword.
What did the Lord say?
He that killeth with the sword.
He that killeth with the sword. Right, can you read?
Must be killed with the sword.
Did the Lord say maybe might be killed by the sword? What did the Lord say?
Must be killed with the sword.
They must be killed with the sword. And that's the judgment for the so-called white man, the Edomite, according to the Bible. Give me Isaiah 34 and 8. All right? Isaiah 34 and 8. Bring it up. Isaiah 34 and 8. Bring it up.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 8.
All right.
It says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance.
Right, so this is the day of the Lord's vengeance, man. That's coming, man. Upon these other nations and upon you wicked so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that are the true Israelites of the Bible. If you don't change your ways and walk in the ways of the Lord, you're going to be destroyed in the land of your captivity. Right, can you read?
In the year of recompense.
Right, so the Lord is going to recompense what you Edomites have done to the Israelites. What you other nations have done to the Israelites, man. All right? He's going to recompense you. So that's your judgment. Right, can you read?
For the controversy of Zion.
Right, for what you've done to Zion, Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You have a judgment coming to you, you so-called white men, and you so-called white women. Right? And you other nations, you Arabs, you Moabites, you whatever you want. We can go down the list, man. All right, you got a judgment coming to you, man. All right, give me Ezekiel 30 and 3.
Ezekiel chapter 30.
Give me Ezekiel chapter 30, verse 3.
I mean, I would. Well, that's funny.
Ezekiel 30, verse 3.
All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 30, verse 3.
Right.
It says, for the day is near.
What did the Lord say?
For the day is near.
For the day is near, man. But y'all don't know the day is near, man. All right, everyone playing games and meeting up at the bars, and you know they doing things of this world, man. All right, but little do you know, for the day is near. Right, can you read?
It says, even the day of the Lord.
Even what?
Near. Even the day of the Lord is near.
The day of the Lord is near. Are you turning up and playing games on the damn social media and doing whatever you want to do and riding around? All right, it's all gonna come to an end, man. All right. And those who really serve the Lord, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that turn from your wickedness, the true Israelites of the Bible, you're the one that's going to be saved out of this captivity. All right? Can you read?
It says, a cloudy day.
A what?
A cloudy day.
It's a cloudy day coming to your land, America, man. It's a cloudy day coming to your nations. Right? Can you read?
It says, it shall be the time of the heathen.
It shall be the time of the heathen, man. You got your judgment coming to you for what you've done. It's the time of the heathen to get judged for what they've done to the Israelites. Right? So the Lord said that, man. Read that again from the top.
It says, for the day is near.
For the day is near, man. You can't get around it. You can keep saying it's never gonna happen. For the day of the Lord is near, man. Right? Can you read?
Even the day of the Lord is near.
Right?
A cloudy day.
Right?
It shall be the time of the heathen.
Right. So the heathen is finna get judged for what they have done, and you wicked Israelites are gonna get judged too. Give me Joel chapter 2 verse 1. All right. Joel chapter 2 verse 1. All right, bring it up. Bring it up.
Right. You said chapter 2?
Yeah, 2 verse 1.
Chapter 2. All right, this is Joel chapter 2 verse 1.
Bring it out.
It says, blow yea the trumpet in Zion.
Right, so we blowing the trumpet in Zion, man. What does the trumpet mean? The trumpet means before the war starts, man. The trumpet means before all hell breaks loose. Read that again from the top.
Right. Joel 2 and 1.
Right.
It says, blow yea the trumpet.
The Lord said, blow yea the trumpet. Right, can you read?
In Zion.
In Zion, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the true Israelites of the Bible. We're blowing you a trumpet. A trumpet, when it's blown, tells you that war is finna come. Tell you destruction is not. Right? And you're turning up and doing things you want to do, it's finna come to an end. Right, can you read?
It says, in the sound of the alarm in my holy mountain.
Right, so we blowing the alarm, man. You know you got an alarm when you wake up. You got an alarm when you wake up before you go to work. We giving you the alarm right now, man, to wake up out of your sleep. Or you're gonna be destroyed, man. All right, can you read?
It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Right, so all the inhabitants of this land, you think these people think they something, they powerful. We just read that pride is gonna be brought low. All right, the people who think they something is gonna be brought to nothing, man. All right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the true children of God, if you can't get with the program, you're gonna die in the land of your captivity. Right? You're gonna die doing whatever you want to do. Right? Can you read?
It says, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Right, so the day of the Lord is coming, man. All right, it's nigh at hand. What does nigh mean? It was nigh at hand. All right, this is over 2,000 years ago the Lord was saying this. So where you think you at now? All right, how close you think you are to the end now? Right? Can you read?
It says, a day of darkness.
A what?
Day of darkness.
A day of darkness is coming, man. A day of darkness for your land. A day of darkness for America. A day of darkness for your society. A day of darkness for your life. All right? A day of darkness is coming. And those who don't truly serve Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua in sincerity and truth is going to be cut out there in the world, man. All right? Can you read?
It says, and of gloominess.
Right, and of gloominess, a day of darkness and of gloominess, man. It's coming to this land. Right, can you read?
A day of clouds.
A day of clouds, man. Right, can you read?
And of thick darkness.
And of thick darkness, man.
As the morning spreadeth upon the mountains.
Right.
A great people and a strong air had not been ever like the like, neither shall be any more after it.
Right, so this day of destruction is coming. It's no day that's ever been like it, man. You know, these people think World War I, World War II was bad. All right, they think all their wars was bad. All right, they think their sicknesses was bad. The day of the Lord is coming like a thief in the night. All right, brother. Brother. The same brother. I know you hear me, brother. He drunk as hell or something, man. He know you hear me right here. Right, bring it out, man.
It says, even to the years of many generations.
Even to the years of many generations, man. You ignore the word all you want to, man. All right, we did our part. Joel 2 and 9.
All right.
Bring it out.
Joel 2 and 9.
Right?
All right. They shall run to and
to and fro, right?
Into the city.
Right, so these people, they're going to be running during this day of destruction, man. They going to know what to do. Right, can you read?
They shall run upon the wall.
Right?
They shall climb up and upon the
Houses.
It's like the houses.
Right? So they gonna be climbing up on their houses. They gonna know what to do to be safe from this wrath that's coming from the Lord. Right, Kiri?
They shall enter at the windows with like a thief.
Right, so you got people that's gonna be coming in your house, man. Going in your windows, taking what you got. Even the time of Jacob's trouble. Right, Kiri?
It says the earth shall quake thereof.
The earth is gonna quake, man. Alright, Kiri?
It says, and the heavens shall tremble.
Right, in the heavens, these kingdoms will tremble, man. For sure, right, Kiri?
It says, and the sun and the moon shall be dark,
right?
And the stars with the draw, they're shining.
It's gonna be a day of darkness, man. Alright? Colin, give me Obadiah 1 and 15. Obadiah 1 and 15. Right, so this is a day that's coming upon these heathen, man. A wake-up call, a reckoning, a recompense. Alright? Then you're gonna be caught out there, man. Alright? Get that Obadiah 1 and 15.
Alright. Obadiah 1 and 15.
Bring it out.
It says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
What did the Lord say?
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all you heathen, you other nations. Alright? All you other nations have to pay for what you've done to the true Israelites of the Bible. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Alright? Read that again from the top.
Alright. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15.
Right?
It says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. Right, Kiri?
It says, as thou hast done.
As thou hast done. How you put our people and murdered, robbed them, killed them, put them in slavery, destroyed them, took their land. Alright? All the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, what you've done to them, right, Kiri?
It shall be done unto thee.
It shall be done unto you, man. That's what a recompense is, man. That's what a payback is, man. Right, Kiri?
It says, thy reward shall return upon thine own hand.
And your reward shall return upon thine own head. All the things you've accumulated, all this society you think is so great, you can do whatever you want to. All right, you believe in the American dream and all this, it's gonna return upon your own head, man. All right, the judgment surely is coming. All right, so you can believe it. Give me Zechariah 1 and 14.
This is Zechariah chapter 1, verse 14.
Bring it out.
It says, so the angel that committed with me said unto me.
Hold on 1 second. You live in the Bible, brother?
Appreciate y'all, man.
You appreciate it?
Yes, thanks.
What we preaching?
Hey, I've been out here before. Y'all be causing a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe y'all be out here, dude.
We telling you guys chosen people, brother. That's all we out here. I'm telling you the true children of God. And you got to turn back and keep these commandments, brother, because it's for you. This whole Bible is for you. You got to turn from your wickedness, man. Yeah. All right. So the people that got to wake up out of their sleep, you've been cast into a deep sleep when you're the true children of God, man. All right. So you got to keep these commandments. All right. You got to get out that Christian church or whatever you in and keep the commandments of the Lord. All right. All right, brother. Bring that up.
All right. Let's start all over. All right. This is Zechariah chapter 1, verse 14.
Right.
It says, so the angel that communed with me said unto me,
right,
cry thou, saying, thus saith the Lord
right,
of hosts, I am jealous from Jerusalem.
So the Lord is jealous for Jerusalem, man. He's jealous for the Israelites, man. All right? He's jealous for you, right? That's how much the Lord loves you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right, Kiri?
And for Zion.
And for Zion, man. Right, Kiri?
With a great jealousy.
With a great jealousy. He got a great jealousy, just like a father got a jealousy for his son. All right? Kiri?
It says, I am very sore and displeased with the heathen.
The Lord said, what?
Whoa.
Read that again.
I was reading it.
Read that again.
Whoa. All right. It says, I am very sore and displeased with the heathen.
The Lord is very displeased with you heathen. All right? All you other nations that aren't the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. The Lord is very displeased with you, man. And he got a recompense, a judgment coming that we just said all day. Right, Kiri?
That are at ease.
That are what?
That are at ease.
And they're at ease in this society, man. They meeting up with each other, having a fun time, going to and fro, meeting at the bars like we've been bringing out all night. All right? Chilling with each other. All right? Going in, taking a walk downtown. All right? You're at ease, man. The Lord is sore displeased with you heathen, man. Read that again. From the top.
From the top.
He's sore displeased.
It says, I am very sore displeased with the heathen.
The Lord says he's very sore displeased with the heathen. Who is the heathen? Everyone is not the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the true children of God. Right, keep read.
That are at ease.
That are what?
That are at ease.
Because you're at ease in the society. Why? Because this is your kingdom. This is your kingdom, you so-called white man. This is your kingdom, you Moabites, you so-called Chinese men. All right? This is your kingdom, all you other nations. Right, keep read.
It says, for I was but a little displeased.
Right?
And they helped forward the affliction.
Right, so the Lord was a little displeased with y'all. He was displeased. You know he was going to be displeased with y'all. But you just brought forth this affliction, man. Y'all have killed and murdered and raped us and did so many atrocities that the Lord is sore displeased with you, man. Right, keep read.
16, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord.
Therefore thus saith the Lord. Not saying me. Thus saith the Lord. Right, keep read.
It says, I return to Jerusalem with mercy.
With mercy. The Lord's going to have mercy on us. It says that in Isaiah 14:1. All right, at the end, he going to have mercy on the Israelites. All right, keep read.
It says, my house shall be built in it.
Right.
Saith the Lord of hosts.
Con.
And a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem.
Right, keep read.
It says, cry yea, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Right.
My cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abound.
Right, so abroad. Right, so the Lord's cities through prosperity are going to be spread abroad because he's going to control this earth. He's going to control these kingdoms. He's going to control the mountains and the hills. Right, keep read.
It says, and the Lord shall comfort Zion.
Right.
And shall yet choose Jerusalem.
Right, he's going to choose Jerusalem, just like we read in Isaiah the 14th chapter. These prophets are saying the same thing. So the Lord is sore displeased with you other nations. He's sore displeased with the heathen. He's got a judgment coming for you, man. He's got a judgment coming for your land, America, that you love so much. He's got a judgment coming for all the things that you care about. All right? He's got a judgment. He's going to take everything from you, man. All right? Get that Zephaniah 2, verse 3.
Zephaniah 2, verse 3.
Bring it out. Zephaniah 2, verse 3. All right, bring it up.
This is Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 3.
Bring it up.
It says, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth.
Right, so the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you got to seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, man. Right, can you read?
It says, which have wrought his judgment.
Right.
Seek righteousness, seek meekness.
Right, so we got to seek righteousness. That's what we got to tell you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. To seek righteousness, to seek being meek. Right, can you read?
It says, it may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Right, so you want to be hidden in the days of the Lord's anger, man. All right, we're trying to get you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the true children of God, to be hidden in the days of the Lord's anger. But what you got to do, you got to keep the commandments, man. All right, y'all got to stop turning up. You got to stop doing that, whatever the hell you want to do, and come keep the commandments of the Lord. All right, but y'all don't want to hear it. All right, no one wants to hear the ways of the Lord, man. Give me Malachi 4:1. Malachi 4 verse 1.
This is Malachi chapter 4 verse 1.
Right.
It says, behold, the day cometh.
Right, so the Lord said, for behold, the day cometh, man. All right, the day is coming. Right, can you read?
It says, that shall burn as an oven.
Right, this land is going to burn like an oven, man. Like you put something hot in the oven and it's burning, and that's how this land is going to burn, man. Right, Babylon the Great. Right, can you read?
It says, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly.
Right, so all the proud and all the people that do wickedly, like we was just talking to the brother, he doing wickedly. But yeah, he said, I ain't got no words for the day of the Lord. I'm gonna be all right. The Lord says, look, for all you that doing wickedly, is a judgment coming for you, man. Right? Not only do you do wickedly, but you can't repent for it. You don't ask for forgiveness for it. You don't change from it. Right, can you read?
It says, shall be stumbled.
Shall be what?
Shall be stumbled.
Right, so all you other nations, including you wicked Israelites that can't get with the program, you wicked so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that can't wake up that you're the children of God and keep the commandments, the Lord said you're going to be stumbled in that day, man. You're going to be caught out there, man. Right, can you read?
It says, in the day that cometh shall burn them up.
Right, in the day that cometh, the day of the Lord, it's going to burn you up, man. You're going to be caught out there, man. All right, can you read?
Saith the Lord of hosts.
Saith who?
Saith the Lord of hosts.
No, saith me.
Saith the Lord of hosts.
Right, so you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they can't wake up that you're the children of God and keep the commandments and turn from your wickedness. You're going to be burnt up, saith the Lord. Right? Not saith me, saith the Lord, man. All right?
It keeps going.
Yeah, bring it up.
That it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Right, so the Lord is going to be so much burning. It's not going. The Lord ain't going to leave a root. He ain't going to leave a branch. That's how much burning fire is coming to this land. All right, and we're trying to deliver every man his soul of the Israelites, man. All right, give me 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 2. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 2.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 2. It says, "For yourselves know perfectly
Right,
that the day of the Lord is coming
right.
as
So
a thief in the night."
right, don't you know perfectly? The Lord says we know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming like a thief in the night. You could be caught out there doing your sin and boom, the Lord come back. Or you could be caught out there doing that one thing and boom, the Lord come back. All right, but don't you yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord comes like a thief in the night, man? It's gonna catch all you wicked Israelites and all you other nations. You gonna be caught out there, right? Can you read?
It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety."
Right, when they say peace and safety, everything's gonna be all right. When they coming to you with that spirit, right? Can you read?
"Then suddenly destruction cometh upon them
Right, then suddenly destruction is coming upon them. Right, can you read?
as a travail upon a woman
As a travail upon a woman. Just like a woman suddenly goes into labor. Right, can you read?
with child,
Right?
and they shall not escape."
And you're not gonna escape these troubles. Alright? Unless you're so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, the true Israelites of the Bible, and you're willing to keep these commandments of the Lord your God. But if you're not willing to get it, you're going to be destroyed, man. Alright? So come on, give me 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10.
2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. All right. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10.
Right?
It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as
Right.
a thief in the night."
Man, once again, the Lord's telling you, we know perfectly this. He's stressing it. Alright? That's why you gotta be watching. That's why you gotta be caring about this, man. That's why if you are doing wickedness, you gotta be scared. That's having that fear of the Lord. Like we was bringing out to the brother earlier, but he didn't want to hear it. Alright? It's coming like a thief in the night. Right, can you read?
It says, "In which the heaven shall pass away with a great noise."
Right, these heavens, these kingdoms gonna pass away like a great noise. All your kingdoms, all your establishments, all your set up places, they're gonna be all cast down. Alright? And they're gonna all be forced to serve the Lord. And you Edomites gonna be destroyed after 1,000 years. Right, can you read?
It says, "And the elements shall melt with fervent heat."
The elements are gonna melt with fervent heat, man. But you're not scared of that? You're not trying to get ready for that? You so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans ain't trying to wake up that you're the children of God? You don't want to wake up to who you are? Or you want to burn like fervent heat? Right? Can you read?
It says, "The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up."
Right, so the earth is going to be burnt up, man. All right? Everything that you love, your Greenville downtown, your block, all right? You know Jake on their block, all right, claiming they block, is going to be burned with fervent heat. All right? Give me 2 Peter chapter 3. Give me 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 6.
Chapter 3.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 6.
I'm already on
2 Peter 3 and 6.
6.
Bring it up.
All right. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 6. It says, "Whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water
Right?
and perished."
Right, so the world perished once when it was overflowed with water. Right, can you read?
It says, "But the heaven and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store."
Right?
It says, "Reserved unto fire."
Right, so this earth, after that water, after the destruction, it's been reserved for fire that's coming. This day of the Lord. All right? It's all been reserved for this fire that's coming. But you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you don't want it. You're not ready. All right? So what we out here trying to do is make you ready, man. Right? Can you read?
It says, "Against the day of judgment."
Against the day of judgment. This earth has been reserved for the day of judgment. Specifically America, Babylon the Great. All right? It's going to burn in fervent heat. All right? Y'all know y'all the children of the Most High God? You know you're an Israelite according to the Bible? You don't know what's going on. All right? Bring it out. Read that again.
"And perdition of ungodly men."
And perdition of ungodly men. All right? You know the sins of ungodly men. You're going to be brought to judgment, man. It's going to burn with fervent heat. Thus saith the Lord. All right? Come on, give verse 7.
Verse 7.
Right. Was that it on that? Yeah, that's
already
it.
had that.
So like, give me Habakkuk 3 and 5. Habakkuk 3 and 5. Look it up.
All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 5. Before him went the pestilence.
Right, before the Lord went the pestilence that's coming to this earth. Right, can you read?
It says, in the burning coals.
In the burning coals. The Lord's finna burn this earth, man. He's finna burn Babylon the Great. Right, can you read?
Went forth at his feet.
Right, at his feet. The Lord is the one that's doing this, man. All right? The Lord's finna do that. You can best believe it. Can you read?
It says he stood and measured the earth.
Right, so the Lord stood and measured the earth. Right, can you read?
He beheld and drove asunder the nations.
Right, so the Lord is going to drive asunder these other nations, man. All right, he's going to drive them away. All right, can you read?
It says, in the everlasting mountains.
Right, in all these mountains you think it's going to last forever. All right, the only everlasting mountain is going to be Yahweh Shah's government, his establishment. All right, so he's going to drive away these things, man. All right, and he's going to drive away America. He's going to drive away China. He's going to drive away all these things you think going to last forever and never going to end. Right? Keep reading.
It says, in the everlasting mountains were scattered.
Right.
The perpetual hills did bow.
Right, so the perpetual hills, these hills that you think going to last forever, these little nations you think going to last forever, they're going to bow to the Lord, man. Right, can you read?
His ways are everlasting.
And the Lord's ways is going to be everlasting. All right? The Lord's ways are going to last forever. All right? His kingdom is going to last forever. His mountain and his hills is going to last forever. All right? Which means government and kingdom. All right? Give me Revelations 19 and 11. Revelations 19 and 11.
This is Revelations chapter 19, verse 11.
Right?
It says, and I saw heaven open.
Right?
And behold, a white horse.
Right?
And he that sat upon him,
right,
was called Faithful and True.
Right, this is Yahweh Shah coming back, man. Who the world calls Jesus Christ, a so-called black man. Right, can you read?
It says, in righteousness, he doeth judge and make war.
Right, so the Lord is coming to judge and make war. Yahweh Shah is coming to judge and make war, man. He ain't playing games. He's not coming back with a bunch of games, playing damn board games with you. All right, he's finna come back and he's finna judge the earth and make war, man. All right, make war with you mighty nations. All right, and the Lord says, he that won't serve me, bring it before him and slay him. All right, so if you're not gonna get with the program, you're gonna be slain in that day, man. All right, give me Matthew 24 and 27.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 27.
Right,
it says, for as the lightning cometh,
as the lightning coming, just like you see lightning there in the thunderstorm. Right, can you read?
Out of the east,
right, can you read?
And shineth even unto the west,
right?
So shall also the coming of Son of Man be.
Right, so look, you're gonna know when Yahweh Shah comes back, bro. You're gonna know when he comes back. You know, they're gonna have people that try to deceive you, like it reads early in the chapter, they're gonna try to deceive you, say, oh, the Lord's here, man. Alright? He's here. We can go see him. They're gonna be setting you up and doing something to you, man. Alright? Because you're gonna know when the Lord comes back. Right, he read?
For wheresoever the carcass is.
Just like you got a carcass, right? We just bring it out. It's gonna be like thunder when it comes, like lightning when it comes in a thunderstorm, right? Can you read?
It says there will the eagles be gathered.
Right, just like you got a carcass, you got the eagles gathering together upon the dead animal. You know exactly where it's at. You know it's coming, right? So that's the way Yahweh Shah gonna be, right? Can you read?
It says immediately after the tribulation of those days,
right,
shall the sun be darkened.
Right, kind of like we've been reading the whole time. The sun's gonna be dark, right? Can you read?
It says, and the moon shall not give her light.
Right, can you read?
It says, and the stars shall fall,
right,
from heaven.
Right, kind of. So all destruction and hell is coming to this land, Babylon the Great. All right, what you know is America. Right, can you read?
It says, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken.
Right, so the powers of the heaven is talking about government or kingdom. It's gonna be shaken. Your land, America, is gonna be shaken. All right, you other nations are gonna be shaken. They're all gonna be shaken under the hand of the Lord, right? So these are the things that's coming to pass, man. The destruction and this death, man. All right, you know these Edomites, they stopped by for a little bit, but they had to take off after they start hearing the word, right? Where you at? Verse 30.
Yeah, verse 30.
You read that already?
Oh no, verse 29.
Right, read verse 30.
All right. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man.
Right, then it's gonna be the Son of Man coming, man. Right, can you read?
In heaven,
right?
It says, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
Right, all these different nations, all these different tribes, they gonna be mourning because Yahweh Shai is coming, man. All right, the prophecy is gonna be fulfilled. Right, can you read?
It says, and they shall see the Son of Man coming,
right,
in the clouds of heaven with power.
With what?
With power.
With power, man. Right, can you read?
And great glory.
Right, and great glory, man. Can you read?
It says, and it shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet.
Right.
And they shall gather together his elect.
Right, and they gonna gather together the elect. The elect gonna come from the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. All right. So look, man, we trying to get you right before this time, Israel. We trying to get you right, get you on the right path before this time is up, man. All right. Give me Luke 12 and 51. And I got a precept in Wisdom of Solomon. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13 and verse 15. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13 and verse 15. I think it's 18 or 15. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 15. And it says, thine almighty word, Yahweh Shai, right, leapt down from heaven out of a royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction. Right, so the Lord's coming back to destroy this place, man. To destroy all these lands, all right? To put all these nations in subjection, man. Submissiveness, all right? Get that, hold up, I got another precept I want to get in Isaiah. Get Isaiah 42. You can bring that out.
All right. This is 12, right? 12 and 51. All right. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 51. It says, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth.
So a lot of people thinking that so-called Jesus Christ, they think this man is Jesus Christ, and they think he's coming back to send peace on earth, man. Right? What did the Lord say?
It says, I tell you, nay.
He said, nay, no, right? He read?
But rather division.
But what?
But rather division.
The Lord's coming to divide his sheep from the dogs, man. He's coming to divide his sheep from the goats, man. All right? He coming for division, man. Right? Khan. That's it. So he's coming for division. All right, he's also coming for, he said, do you think I'm coming for peace? He said, nay, I came not to send peace on earth, but rather the sword. So I can roughly paraphrase. All right, so he's coming to bring the sword. This is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 13, and it says, the Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. So the Lord, who the world calls Jesus Christ, is coming back to prevail against his enemies. Now the Lord has enemies, all right? His enemies are these other nations, all right? And he's coming to establish the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and choose and select. You don't know what's going on, all right? This isn't for you. It ain't for you, all right? These Edomites be out of their mind, man, all right? So bring out that precept. Get Isaiah 66 and 15. Isaiah 66 and 15.
6, 15.
All right, so the Lord's coming back for war, man. Death, destruction, man. All right, he's coming back to establish his elect. All right, to make war with the nations. Right, so bring that up.
All right, okay, come on. This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15.
Bring it up.
It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire.
With what?
With fire.
So he's coming with fire, man. Right, can you read?
And with his chariots like a whirlwind.
His chariots like a whirlwind. It's so-called UFOs that people think, right? Right, can you read?
To render his anger with fury.
To render his anger. So the Lord is angry, like we read earlier, man. He's angry with the heathen, man. He's angry with these other nations, man. And he's jealous for the Israelites. Right, can you read?
This is, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
And it's rebuke with flames of fire, man. The Lord's coming back to rebuke all you false, idolatrous people, all right? All you religions and all you just false and madness, all right? False prophets. He's coming to rebuke you with flames of fire, man, all right? With a devouring fire, right? Can you read?
It says, for by fire and by his sword.
Right, so the Lord said by fire and by his sword, right? Can you read?
Will the Lord plead with all flesh.
He's gonna be pleading with all flesh, man. He's gonna break down these kingdoms. All right. If you either you gonna get with it or you gonna be destroyed. Right, can you read?
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. That's when the Lord's coming back. The slain of the Lord shall be many. A lot of these nations, they gonna buck up. A lot of them got judgments that's coming for them, man. All right, especially the Edomites and these other nations, man. That all was a partaker in bringing down the nation of Israel. Right, can you read?
They that sanctify themselves.
They that sanctify themselves, right, can you read?
And purify themselves.
Right.
In the gardens.
Right.
Behold one tree.
Behind one tree.
Yeah, behind one tree.
Right.
In the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
Eating swine's flesh. Just like the brother, he thinks that eating pork ain't no big thing. So the Lord says all the people that's caught when the Lord comes back eating swine flesh, right? Being a partaker and eating this pork, and you got your belly, your pork belly and your ribs, all right? The Lord says, if he catch you, when he come back eating swine's flesh, right, can you read?
This is in the abominations.
In all these abominations that you eat of, the mouse, all the abominations the Lord told you not to eat of, right, can you read?
This is in the mouse,
right?
Shall be consumed together.
Shall be what?
Shall be consumed
What's
together.
gonna happen to the people eating clams and pork and eating these damn lobsters and shrimp? What did the Lord say again?
Shall be consumed together.
But I thought the law didn't matter. The Lord says they shall be consumed together. Right, can you read?
Saith the Lord.
Saith who?
Saith the Lord.
All right, and we would have brought that out to him too, but he wouldn't have been able to deal with it, man. All right? Because what Christianity teaches, lawlessness. All right? What Christianity teaches, you can do whatever you want to under the sweet blood of Jesus Christ. But we teaching is the law. What we're supposed to teach. The Lord told us to teach the law, man. The Lord told us to teach repentance. The Lord told us to wake up and have people believe in Yahweh Shah. All right? Because he's your mediator. He's your way that you can get into this kingdom. Because other words, you're worthy of death. All right? And you got to have the faith in the works. And ultimately, you got to be chosen, all right, for this. You got to be among the elect to get this kingdom. All right? But with that, I give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. I'm called Liam. I've been out with Yahweh, Hashem, Mashiach, woman like Yahweh Shah, Barakathon. Shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad.
Shalom.
Till next time, Lord willing. All right, shalom and Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.